Hi, my name is Mandy Hayworth, and I want to make a video today about relationships, men and women. The other day, me and my family went out to eat at this sports bar and grill place. And I was looking around at all the tables around us. And what I seen were couples, men and women, sitting there together. Some of the women were talking to their husbands, and their husbands were reading something or eating their food with a dead look in their eyes. The women looked exhausted and tired, kind of run down. I'm not trying to be mean when I say that, but I'm saying they looked like they'd probably been working their whole lives and then taking care of everybody else. And the man looked like he'd given up. There was one family in there where the man and the woman looked interested in each other, and they had grandkids sitting there. But the other men with their wives they looked exhausted too. They looked, God, I just can't say, like they'd given up. Do you know what I'm saying when I say that? Oh gosh, when I see stuff like this, it hurts my heart. Man, where did that go? I'm making this video because whether you're a man or a woman, if you are a man, I want you to know that if your wife knew that you're just with her because you think you're supposed to be, because it's what a good man does, he stays in his marriage or his relationship because he's supposed to, because your dad and your grandpa and all the men around you have done that or said that you're supposed to. I'm going to tell you that your wife doesn't want you to stay with her because you're supposed to. Your wife wants to have someone that's interested in her, that cares what she says, that thinks she's important, that wants her. And if you stay with your wife for however many years when you don't care what she has to say, when you don't think that she's interesting, if you guys break up later on or get a divorce later on, she's going to feel like she wasted time, precious time, years of her life when she was younger and more vibrant. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, if you guys are to the years where you're going to possibly die soon, that sounds really fucked up, but I'm saying, like, if you are 90 years old, it would be kind of weird, I guess. I don't know. This is just my opinion. If you guys broke up now, but what I'm saying to you is, don't stay together because someone sometime told you that's what a good man does. Because if you are dead in the eyes, if what your wife says bores the fuck out of you, if she feels so annoying, do you think she wants she wants someone who thinks that about her? No. What I've recently learned is because men were not taught to feel their emotions, women weren't either, but it's more accepted that they do. Their intuition on knowing what to do and when to do it is a little bit better because you have been taught that your emotions, you've been cut away from them completely. You've had to follow other people's example outside of you. Your dad, your grandpa, your uncle, the older man that's kind of mentored you, you know, people on TV, whatever it is. You're having to learn from outside circumstances on what to do. And I'm telling you right now that the men that you're looking at have had to do the same thing. Now, if you can start learning your emotions, life will turn around for you. Life will change. If you are going to decide to leave or break off a relationship, one thing you can do before that, since you're already gonna leave and break up, get a divorce, whatever, try one last time. I'm gonna tell you that I've been in a relationship for almost 8 years now, and just recently, this past year, have for the first time ever allowed my partner or anyone to see who I am, my vulnerabilities. I've been in relationships since I was 14. So, and never once let anyone see who I am. I learned from TV, from everything outside of me, that women are complicated, that they're nags, that they're weak. I learned this from watching TV and movies where the husband complains about his wife talking about her emotions or being sensitive. So I learned in that moment, oh, if I want to be in a relationship, I can't be emotional. I shouldn't complain about what my other half does because that's nagging, okay? So that means that I'm not saying what I need and what I want. That means I'm going along with things that I don't like because I don't want to be difficult. Okay? I learned these things as a kid. I didn't know that I had learned these things till this last year. These were programs. Okay? Me learning from my outside circumstances that I should do this if I want to be likable or whatever. And I'm telling you, I am someone who's becoming self-aware. And I've been on this path for years now. And I'm just learning this about myself. You really have to take a look at yourself in order to see these things that you've learned, to see these things that you've been doing unconsciously. Okay. I need to make myself some coffee. What else was I saying? Okay, if you're going to break up, if you are going to get out of the relationship that you are in, before you do that, try one last time and allow them to see who you are. Can I tell you how I did this? Because this maybe we don't know how to do this, or we would have done it already. I allowed my partner to see how sensitive I am. because I didn't think it was okay that I was sensitive. I didn't just tell him. I allowed him to see my vulnerability. I allowed him to see my pain. These things, when you bring them up, when you're learning about yourself, there's like pain, and you feel emotion when you're saying these things, and normally we would stop talking about something if it brings out emotion, like you're wanting to cry, so we wouldn't say these things. I did say these things, and I allowed him to see that inside of me, this girl who, I don't know if I seem strong. I don't think I do anymore. I think I used to. This girl who seems maybe mean sometimes, aggressive sometimes, is really, really sensitive. And I care a lot. Another thing I learned when I was little is I always heard an insult, like you throw like a girl, or you're a pussy, or whatever. And instead of me being offended, like I would be right now, I started acting stronger. I started doing things where I wouldn't ask for help because I don't want to seem weak, like a woman. So in my relationship, I've done a lot of things, like I'm doing this by myself because I don't want to be weak. These are things that really get under my skin, and I feel upset that I got all these messages as a young girl that it wasn't okay that I was the way that I was. Anyways, what my video is about is, have you guys seen Grace and Frankie? These two women that are not really friends, I don't know. Their husbands leave them at 70 years old to be together, and these women feel like, why the fuck didn't you do this 30 years ago? Now these women are both in good shape and they're in good health, and they make a new life, and it's awesome. The show is funny, but that's what I want you to think about right now. If you are in a relationship and you're staying because you were taught that marriage is forever, and you should because it makes you a good man or a good woman, please think again. Think about what your partner wants. They're a person. They're an individual that wants to be wanted, wants to be loved, wants to have people that are interested in them. And if you're not, don't stay together. And before you break up, try one more time. But actually show them the parts of you that you have been hiding. Okay? I get really scared when I see couples. I look all the time, and I feel like I don't see it as much as I used to because I've changed my vibration about this. I've worked on this a lot. When I see a couple together, and I see a woman that's probably, she's taking care of kids, she's taking care of this man, she's tired, she's exhausted. I feel sad for her every time. And then I see a man that's not interested in her. God damn it, that fucking upsets me. Because she's probably done a lot to take care of him. Stop taking care of him and start taking care of yourself. And I can fucking promise you, this man will be interested in you. You're exhausted. You're tired. It makes you have wrinkles. It makes you gain weight. and he doesn't appreciate it. Do you see what I'm saying here? He might appreciate it. You might be in a good relationship, and this video is not for you, right? But if you're in a relationship, we've been together for a long time, and you fucking broke your back trying to do everything to be a good woman or to be a good man, and now you guys are together because you think you should be, please. Really think about this. And if you're a woman that has done everything you can to take care of your whole family, to make sure you're worthy, and now you're tired and exhausted and your hair's turning gray, or you're losing your hair, and you've gained weight, or you're getting wrinkles, you're exhausted, right? Like, we are fucking running ourselves ragged, taking care of everybody. When honestly, if we stopped fucking doing this and took care of ourselves, you could get your life back. Stay in your relationship. Start taking care of yourself.